Hi everyone, I'm Tian Yan. Today I'm honored to discuss the profound creative process and social documentary lens of Xiaodong Liu. As one of China's most significant contemporary artists, Liu offers us more than just paintings. He provides a raw, unfiltered testimony of our modern world shifting landscape and the people caught within them. Understanding Liu begins with his origins in Jingcheng, Liaoning province, born in 1963 and raised in typical industrial town by paper mill workers. His early environment was defined by gritty reality of labor and collective life. This upbringing shaped his new realism style, even after moving to Beijing at 17 to study at Central Academy of Fine Arts. His artist's heart remains uh, to the unpolished life of the working class. Liu Lam's is deeply humanistic. He draws inspiration from the rapid transformation of modern society, specifically the displacement and emotional weight experienced by ordinary people during massive industrial or political shifts. Unlike still-bound artists, he captures the another reality of laborers and marginalized individuals, treating his canvas as a window into the souls of those often ignored by the grand natives of the process. We see this clearly in his early masterpieces. Uh, This Obeying the Rules from 1996 captures the chaotic movement of migrant workers in truck, a sense of ceremony, not with China's urbanization. Later, in Out of the Beichuan, he documents this one. Um, as the survivors of the 2008 earthquake in China. He doesn't paint tragedy for dramatic effect. He records the quiet uh, resilience of people standing amidst physical and psychological ruins, forcing the viewer to confront the truth of their existence. So his creative process is important as a final image. Liu is a master of in plein air painting on industrial scale. He sets up massive canvases directly in the field, exposed to wind, dust, and rain. This physical presence is his signature. By incorporating field journals and documentary filmmaking, he creates a multi-dimensional archive that bridges the gap between traditional fine art and a rigorous social investigation. And his stance has expanded globally, most notable in his border series in works like the Boundary River um, and the Tom, his family, and his friend. So he spent months at the US Mexico border. He humanized the complex migration crisis by painting both the refugee and the border patrol officer, by depicting Tom and a patrolman at a gathering with his family. Liu challenges the audience to see the human behind the uniform, stripping away political labels to find the shared humanity. So as a applied math major, I find a unique resonance in Liu's work. In my field, we often reduce the word to data points and models in to find patterns. However, Liu's lens reminds us that the numbers have limits. While math can calculate the statistic of migration, art helps us feel the reality behind those figures. His work proved the wild model helped us understanding the world. Observation through art helped us empathize with it. That's a social issue in 2026 thickness. Uh, Reflecting over current year 2026, Liu's work feels more urgent than ever. We are living in what is described as the age of isolation, a period defined by physical walls and uh, psychological barriers. The global migration crisis remains a central social issue. Liu's lens connects directly to this zeitgeist by humanizing individuals on both sides of the fence, actively fighting against the political polarization that threatened to define our decade. And in conclusion, Liu's creative process is radical art of witnessing. He moves beyond the surface to document the profound shifts of our era. And next, I will give the question one: painting versus photography. And question two: slow art versus social media. And that's my references.